You're listening to the Tribe Nail Tech podcast, where nail techs find inspiration and motivation to take their career to the next level. We welcome you here. Now tribe up and slay your day. Here is your host, Becky Bunnell.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Tribe Nail Tech podcast. I'm your host, Becky Bunnell, and today's episode is sponsored by Sojel Nails. Don't forget to go to sojelnails.com/contest to enter today's product giveaway. I am so excited to be here today. I have a very special guest, Madison Jones. Hey, Madison. I'm so excited that you said yes to be on here today and be able to interview you. I have to tell everyone I met Madison for the first time at Nail Camp East in Georgia. I was teaching and running the Sojel booth and the Tribe Nail Tech booth there. That was my first experience with nail camp. Was that your very first nail camp?
Yes.
Or had you been before?
Yes. No, that was my very first time. In fact, I was so excited because I was like, in Georgia? I was like, in the mountains, that's what I'm talking about. And then it started moving around and I said, oh, it's not a permanent Georgia thing. But it still was fun.
Right, because you're from Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yes.
So I was really drawn to Madison. She has like the funnest personality. She's very talkative. She's not shy. Well, or she puts off that she's not shy because she can just talk to anyone. And she was just like this ray of sunshine at the whole camp. And I'm trying to think because I feel like we were on a table at one time. Was we on the same team? For the game?
It was like a dinner and we were playing some kind of game for Nail to the Future. We had to guess different scenes of movies and things and write it down because Allie Baker, Amy was there. I forgot her last name because she was right on the side. And you were sitting right in front of me as we were playing that game.
That was fun. That was right. So we had different teams. If you haven't experienced nail camp, it is such an amazing weekend full of education, awesome instructors, educators. Oh my gosh, the sponsors, the different companies that sponsor and send swag. It's just such a cool experience. And like I said, that's the first time I got to see Madison, and I just followed her and watched her grow from there. And I just love what you're doing. And I just admire you that I just feel like you know what you want and you're just going for it. So I'm going to turn a little bit of time over to you, Madison. I want you to tell us whatever you want to tell about yourself, where you're at, what you're doing, how old you are, what made you decide that you wanted to be a nail tech. Like, what's going on with Madison? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm excited. I love always talking about me. So let's see. I am 28 years old. I am located in Fairburn, Georgia. And I started doing nails, I guess you say 3 years ago, because January makes 3 years. And I was a truck driver. So truck driving all over the world. And then I started to do local. And I said, this might not be for me. I need to do something where I can control what I do, basically, So going down the interstate one day, I was like, well, your best friend does makeup and another, she's an artist. So what can you do? And I thought about it and said, well, you drew a snowman on a nail one day. That's artistic. It was a terrible snowman, but it was 2 circles, so it counted.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's just go to nail school and see how it's going to turn out. So I applied, and the next month I went to the Lane Sterling Institute here in Atlanta, and I was there for 6 months. And from beginning to end, I just love nails tremendously. Working on the people and the art, doing acrylics, like I was so into it. I never thought I would love it as much as I did. I barely even painted my nails back then, and I'm just buying up things left and right, just soaking it in. I was like, Mom, I got to do your nails. I got to do your feet. And I was like, I don't care. Just somebody give me nails to do. It was funny because I was doing my nails 3 times a week when I first started, just filing them off, redoing them. When I tell you these things were red, but they were beautiful, I was just like, I don't care. This is so much fun. So that's what made me start doing nails, because I really wanted to do a change of pace. I'm still doing them, but I'm no longer doing acrylic. I am just full gel, and I love it. It works for me. It's amazing. I just love it. I could just eat, sleep, and breathe nails.
You do. I can tell you definitely have a passion for it because you've been brave enough to, I mean, 3 years in the industry and you're already going live. Like you're showing people how to do your nail art. That takes well, I guess I've been in the industry for 27 years and they didn't have YouTube. They didn't have phones. They didn't have all these
Right.
things, Facebook and Instagram. So I can't say that I could go live back then, but like seriously, it takes a lot of just bravery and to go live because, for me, even as being an instructor and an educator, you still have those fears about
Yeah.
who's watching, who's behind the scenes going, oh my gosh, did you see her? Blah, 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 blah. Don't you ever sometimes feel that nervousness of like who's watching and am I not good enough for this?
Always. Yeah, always for sure. Because I was the tech that tried to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody just had to pull me aside and finally say, you can't. You can't be Picasso and try to do this and this and this. They said you can work on it. You can, dab a little bit, but forcing yourself to do every single thing that everybody can do is going to overwhelm your mind. And I said, you know what, you're right. So I kind of just brought it down to what I liked and what I wanted to do. And I focused on that. And that made me really comfortable. And I feel like we lose that sometimes. We're just so busy on taking these art classes left and right, trying to do the next big thing for our clients. But sometimes we should really get in tune with ourselves and what we like to do and work on that too.
I love that you said that. I just recorded a podcast on Monday talking about the 10 biggest mistakes that new nail techs make. And that was one of the things I said is we think that we have to grab the latest and greatest of everything. So if this nail art company comes out with this, we have to hurry and buy it. And we have to buy this and that. And we're just like all over the place. And I love that you said that because I said that in the podcast. We need to hone in on what we are good at. And we can be great at that thing. We don't have to be great at everything, So like you said, you get overwhelmed. And we know how fast this industry changes. There is things coming out constantly.
Yes.
And you can spend a lot of money, unnecessary money, because I look at my nail art stash and I go, whoa, Becky, there are thousands of dollars there. And do you even use half of that stuff on your clients? It's like,
right.
No, I don't.
No.
But you feel that pressure that you got to buy this and dabble in this. And so I'm so glad that you said that because I think techs are more successful when they do hone in on something and specialize in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
I really do love that you said that. So
thank you.
You recently, did you become an ambassador for Light Elegance?
I did.
Tell me about that journey. How's that been and what did you have to do and what did that look like for you?
So I'll just start the story and go from there and how it is now. I remember I met Darcy Olin in the Nail Tech event. It wasn't last year, but the year before then. So about 2 years ago. And I was so excited to see her. I remember being on her Facebook, and I'm so creepy. I'm on everybody's Facebook. So, because that's how you meet people. If you want to get to know people, you got to just force your way into their lives. And so I was like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. She came to my table. I was so happy to see her. And then later on, she introduced me to the gym. So over time, through a series of conversations that we all had, they invited me to Oregon and I took some classes with them and some certain trainings. And they said, what happened? They surprised me. Darcy wanted to call me and she says, go ahead and get dressed a bit. And I was like, am I taking pictures for something? Like, am I going to be in a magazine? And so when she calls me on Skype, Leslie, Lexi, and Jim both all surprised me on camera. It was like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. We've heard all these things about you. And Leslie asked me to be a brand ambassador. And I felt really special because I was like, do they even ask people this way? Like, is this how companies do it? They just... the head of the company, personally asking you that they want you to be a part of them because they love your art, they love your personality, so many wonderful things. And I was just like, heck yeah, take me. Just have your way with me and my nails. So that was a great journey. And one of the biggest highlights I took from that is the family aspect and the education. They're always trying to push you to be better, because not only am I pushing myself, but for other people to come along who just met you, want to see you succeed, meant a lot to me, because I was like, my own family does that, and now you are too. Stop it.
Yeah.
So I love that. I really did. So when I got to go to, the Nail Tech event of the Smokies last year, it felt amazing. It was my first time actually going to an event, and then I was a brand ambassador. So I was just like on cloud nine. People were walking up to me and they were like, "Hi, Madison, can I have a picture?" And I'm like,
isn't that amazing?
Yes.
I have to say, I'm a little selfish. I love that. I love going to a nail show and people walk up to me like, "Becky, hey, can I get a picture?" And I'm going, she wants a picture with me? What the heck?
Right. You're just like, I do nails like everybody else.
Cool. Yes. So you got to work in the booth?
I did. I was just spilling knowledge about all these products I didn't know I had, and talking to people about all these designs. And what was rewarding was seeing the new nail techs. You know, when you talk to people who are seasoned, you know, you're just talking. But when you talk to new people and they're learning these things, you're just like, I used to be that same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And their eyes are just, they're soaking it all in, and their light bulbs are going on. And I love that you can change, you know, somebody's career by just helping them. You know, I talk about this a lot, and I've said this probably 10 times in my podcast. The thing about this industry is there's always somebody ahead of us. Okay. There's always somebody. It's like being on a freeway. There's always someone ahead of us that we aspire to, that we want to be like, that we look up to. Right. But there's always somebody behind us that's looking up to us, that is like, I want to be like her, and that we can help bring them up in the industry and help them level up. And that fills my cup. And so when I get insecure, and I tell other people, when you get insecure about going live or just anything that you aspire to be, just remember there's always somebody looking up to you. And it gives you the confidence.
Right.
And, you know, the more we do, we level up, the more our confidence builds. But it starts somewhere, right?
It does. It really does. Oh, gosh, I just love talking to people and hearing nail tech stories. They're so inspiring how everyone's always so different.
Yeah.
So different.
So you're pretty much honing in on, you're doing hard gel. You recently, did you just move your salon? I think I remember you saying, tell us what the name of your business is and where you're located. What are you doing?
All right. So I am, officially Southernly Sweet Nails, and I actually work from home. I converted my entire living room space into a salon. And I really do go above and beyond to make sure it's clean, because I feel like a lot of times there is a stigma that comes with working from home. Yeah. And I want to rise fully above that. Like, you already have to come here and be like, somebody's home. So you walk in, I want it to be a full salon experience. And I feel like I really went out my way to do that. I have a room divider that cuts off the entire place, so you only see the salon. I bought a professional pedicure chair. I have all my polishes up professionally. I vacuum all the time, so there's no dust, especially with gel. You will find things that you did not know existed. And I was like, where did that lint come from? The table. I don't know. You know, you're just always finding stuff. I have a essential oil burner, a diffuser, a candle, because I always wanted to smell pleasant. I just really want this to be the most professional environment that people could be in, because this is what they remember. You know, they might have to travel here, but this is what they're sitting and thinking about when they're back at home. They're like, "Ooh, that's so gorgeous in that salon." So I love it. I did work at another salon. It was my very first time working for someone else, and I'm so happy I left because when I first started doing nails, when I told myself why I even wanted to do nails, it was because I wanted to work for me. And working at a salon completely proved to me that I did not want to work for someone else. It was a pleasant experience. I loved the place. It was clean. It was gorgeous, but it's not me staying true to myself. So I just had to go.
I
So I love working
that.
for myself again.
Yeah, and we have to find what works for us. And luckily, I mean, there are some states that don't allow you to work from home. So I have done all of that. I've worked in several different salons. I owned a couple different salons. I went in my home for quite a few years. Now I'm back in owning a salon and an education center. So I think that's what's so wonderful about our career is that we can choose. We can choose to do booth rent. We can choose to do commission at home, in most places.
Right.
And it serves whatever need, and you can have it as a side job if you want, or you can fully be into it 100% and do it full time. And there's money to be made, and there's such a stigma that it's just like, oh, I'm just a nail tech and beauty school dropout, or I don't know what, there's a stigma behind that. You don't make money as nails, and I'm telling you, you make money as nails, or I wouldn't still be doing this after 27 years. It helped me through being a single mom. I mean, I bought a house as a single mom. Like, you can, but you have to be smart, and you've got to know your numbers, and you got to treat yourself and your business as a professional. So I love that you, even though you're in your home, you want that to be fully professional, a good experience for them to come to, and you take your business serious. I love that.
100%, because I know how I would feel, and I was a mobile nail technician. Hit my drill. Well, I'm an A5. When I first started, I was a mobile nail technician, and I went to other people's homes. It wasn't always so pleasant, the places you go. So I said, if they have to come to me, I want it to be the most memorable experience they can get. That's what really separates, Disney from Six Flags, So I want to be the best that I can give.
I love that. So tell me what is in the future for Madison. What are your aspirations? What is your goals? Like, what do you want to do in the future? Where do you want your career to go?
I love goal questions. So I have many goals for myself. I have set short-term goals, and I have set long-term goals. For my short-term goals, I definitely want this year to be all about education, focusing on education. I want to really brand myself and become an independent educator to educate everyone else. And also educate myself, because we're always learning.
Right.
But I really want to get in tune with what I do and how I can help other people, especially during these downtimes where a lot of people are at home. So that's one of my short-term goals, is to become an educator. And for my long-term goals, I really want to open up a salon. So that's one of my goals. I always told myself, if I could just have one of every Southern Sweet Nails in a different state, ooh, you made it.
That is a big goal. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I love that. Now, being an ambassador, I know every company is a little bit different. So you're a brand ambassador. Is that what they call it in Light Elegance?
Yes, for Light Elegance
company. Okay. And for that company, what is the definition of a brand ambassador? What is your duties? What do you do? Or what does it mean?
What does it mean? Yes. What does it mean to be a brand ambassador? For me, I believe being a brand ambassador is the face of the company, someone who showcases and represents them well out in public and through their products, always giving the best education that you can. It's not someone who is just like a marketing team or just accepts products, but it's someone who is willing to share the knowledge of the brand and how to use their products professionally and safely in a safe way. So for me, I take it very seriously on what I do and always my image, because I want to represent the company well and myself well. And if anybody ever has like any need any information on the products, I always want to be there for them, whether it's through a Facebook Live or questions, because I know I like to do that sometimes. I like to ask questions here and there to keep people thinking and to keep them moving in the nail tech industry. So I love it. I really
That's
do.
awesome.
It's a big job, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people don't realize what all it takes to be a brand ambassador, and like deadlines and things you have to do to keep it going. You know, they just see, oh, you get products and cool, you know, like, can I get a discount code? No, it's not always that, you know,
Yes.
you really have to be in tune with what you're doing and how you showcase yourself. So
That's awesome. I love that. So I'm the ambassador for Sojel, but it's a little different with our company. It's a different meaning. So being an
okay.
ambassador for Sojel is I'm the head educator over all the educators. So I train the new
Okay.
educators, and like I said, I teach classes. I'm a distributor. So ambassador in our company is the very top level. And so
Mhm.
I know different companies, like that's why I was asking you, because different companies have different meanings. And I guess I would be a Darcy for Sojel because she's like the lead
Yeah.
educator and over, the training and stuff like that. So, and I don't know what her title is called, but like I said, each company is a little bit different. So I wanted to check with you and see like what that meant for Light Elegance.
So with Light Elegance, you have Darcy. She is the Dean of Education. So she is over all of the educators and all the education that is pushed out through Light Elegance. And then you would have all of the educators, and then you would have the actual brand ambassadors. Underneath there, we actually have social content creators as well.
Oh, cool.
So it's 4 levels to it.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That's exciting, Madison. Tell me
Thank
a little bit. I
you.
want to know, tell me somebody, because I like to give credit to other people. And like I said, lift other people up in the industry and tell them thank you and this and that. So who in the industry, there's probably several, because it's such a hard question.
Oh, don't make me cry.
I know. Who in the industry maybe there's a couple, do you really like admire and look up to, and just, there's just probably so many. She said, I grab a tissue. Don't cry, because when people cry, I cry. I'm already getting teared up because you're thinking about crying.
I'm so darn sensitive. I know.
I'm the biggest ball baby ever. So.
Okay, we're gonna go. I gotta laugh it off. Here we go. So over time, I've realized, I'm not someone who puts people on a pedestal. I feel as though we are all equal, but there are people who are influential in your lives, and you really do look up to them. And even though I feel like I have around 5 of my favorite mentors who always are there for me and can answer any of my questions, and they are truly like the Fab 5 for me. But Rosanna Dudley, I always just keep running back to her. She truly is my favorite. I have met her when I was in nail tech school. She came to the school to do a demonstration. She talked about her different competition pieces, just about nails in general. But I didn't know that over time, our relationship would just blossom so much. We've seen each other at camp. I've come to her salon. She has truly motivated me in ways I didn't think I would ever be motivated. And I don't know, I love everything about her. I love everything she does. She always gives me the perfect words of advice. She just knows how to tailor everything she tells me. And she's just like my rock. Like, I couldn't be without her.
That's amazing.
I feel like we always need that shoulder to lean on, and she is definitely my shoulder. She might be too. So I don't know, she's everything to me. She really is. And I'm just so thankful for her. I think about her all the time. And she really brings me out my shell. I remember when I first started, I didn't want to I wanted to do everything, but there are just things I knew I was not going to do. And that was like competitions, because I am somebody who just says, I want to do nails for fun. I don't want to be judged by it. I don't want to put out things that have to be like too perfect. I just want to have fun with this. And she was like, you can have fun. You can do anything. But these push you to be a better nail technician. And I was like, okay, well then you have it. But she really pushes me and challenges me. And I love that, because I don't let anybody challenge me. So for her to come through and just completely break down that guard I have, I love it. It's something that you can't buy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. She is a sweet, sweet, sweet person.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
And I see her in the corner always as the cheerleader, like rooting on
Mhm.
everyone else. You know, her students, whatever. And she just, I mean, I remember at Nell Camp, and I don't know which one, if it was East or West, but one of her students had won one of the competitions or something, or got first, second, third. I
Yeah.
can't remember the details, but there she is in the corner just sobbing for her.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's just like that's the kind of people you need in your corner. So that's I
Yes.
had no idea you guys had that relationship, and I just love that story. I love it.
Yeah, she's the cheerleader everyone needs.
I love it. Madison, I am so proud of you. I love watching you. You're so talented. Please tell everybody right now your social media handles, where they can follow you, so we can just support each other, and you can have a tribe of women and nail techs and men, everybody, whatever, following you, because I just feel like it's so good to be going. So tell us where we can find you.
All right. So on Instagram, you can find me at southernly_sweet_nails. And then on Facebook, you can follow me at the same page, or you can follow me on Madison Jones on my personal page, which is awesome because I love giving out free advice. I love going live. I love just in all the inboxes. So definitely follow me on social media because I'm open for questions, and I just love helping people. So look me up and look out for my 3D projects. I have a lot more planned this year. Yay.
I can't wait to watch you grow, girl. I just love you to death, and I thank you so much for being on here today. And I only wish the best for you. And guys, if you get on there and just follow this girl and watch her go, support her, because she's just going to go places. I love you to death, Madison. And
I love you.
I love you. Hey guys, don't forget, again, check out the contest for today's product giveaway at sogelnails.com/contest. You can follow me at Nailed by Becky on Instagram and Facebook. And I'd love for you to join my Tribe Nail Tech VIP Facebook group. And please subscribe. And you can also listen to this on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Alexa. And you can find my online classes at nailteched.com. Thank you, Madison.
Thank you, Becky.
We'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.